Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever it may be. My name is JR and you are watching Kush Constrictors. Today is August 26, 2019. And what I'm going to be covering today, you guys, this will be my second video ever. And if you haven't seen the first video I recorded to kind of cover who and what I am a breeder of exotic ball pythons, specializing in different morphs of ball pythons. What I do is I breed ball pythons, I breed pit bulls, and I also do tattoos. But what we're covering today is going to be ball python genetics. Basically 101 as far as I can explain it to you in layman's terms. Now, again, my videos aren't for the most experienced of ball python breeders. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to take it from the beginning, where I started off with pretty much little to no knowledge of ball pythons. And like I said, I went out and kind of obtained a lot of information on my own. So what I'm going to cover tonight is going to basically be my second breeding ever. And what this covers is 2 codominant genes and 1 recessive gene. And that's basically what we work with these ball pythons is genetics. Again, polymorphic genetics, meaning different paint jobs. So each gene is basically a different color on your canvas or palette. So the 2 codominant genes that we're going to be working with today are going to be Orange Dream and Pastel. The recessive gene that I'm going to be working with is piebald. Now, piebald looks a lot like it could be albino. A lot of people will mistake piebald for albino, but it is not. And so what I'm going to cover, again, you guys, is basically going to be my second breeding ever. This right here is my beautiful girl, Bertha. And I think a lot of people have a Bertha in their collection also. But this is my pretty girl. And what she is basically your jungle type, normal, average ball python. And also, she's visually showing and carrying the piebald trait, which is a recessive gene. One of my favorites, again. I mean, once I saw piebalds, I knew right away I had to have one. And initially, to be honest with you, I saw a piebald in a reticulated python before I saw it in a ball python, which is a lot more rare. But anyway, piebald is what I'm into, my favorite recessive trait. So basically, my second breeding ever was a breeding with this girl and another guy. And the boy carries the codominant genes visually, which are going to be Orange Dream and Pastel. Those are the genes that you're going to see. But then the other gene that he carries you will not see is going to be the piebald gene. And I'll kind of explain what my objectives were as I kind of was going along. So I bred her to what would be a male Orange Dream Pastel 100% het piebald. Het meaning it's a carrier of the gene, but you cannot see it. And I'll kind of show you him now. You got to excuse him. He's in the blue, meaning he's about to go into shed, so he's not at his most brilliant of colors. So now, what he is, again, is an Orange Dream, which shows a lot of good orange tones you really can't see right now. Down here, you'll see it the most. And then also Pastel, which shows a lot of real bright yellow tones with a strong black contrast. So this is a combination of Orange Dream and Pastel, and then he's a carrier of the piebald gene. And the way that he became a carrier of the piebald gene was his mother, hypothetically speaking, was an Orange Dream Pastel, and his father looked just like this. So what happens with recessive genes is when the mother is impregnated by the father, who's a recessive carrier, like a piebald carrier, she then will not immediately show piebalds in any of the snake. That will never happen immediately when you mix them together. Now, if you were to put a codominant, like an Orange Dream and a Pastel together, when the babies are born, you will immediately see some Orange Dream Pastels. But again, with the recessive trait, it doesn't work like that. This snake's parents, mother, we'll say, was an Orange Dream and a Pastel combination, 2 codominant genes, and the father was an Orange Dream. When the eggs were born, the babies came out Orange Dream Pastel, het for piebald, which means it's an owl carrier, but it doesn't show. And so that's what he is. He's an orange dream pastel het for piebald, which means he carries the gene for this. So what I did was I bred him to her. She carried the eggs to term, delivered the eggs, and then we cut the eggs to see what the eggs contained. And we did really good. I mean, we did phenomenal, as a matter of fact. And I'll kind of give you, I'll definitely give you an example of what it is we produced. And I'll probably get nipped at once or twice, but that's okay. I can handle it. So now, when you're pairing, the way that it works, mathematically speaking, when you're pairing a visual piebald to a snake that is a het for piebald, mathematically speaking, you have a 50% chance of producing visual piebalds. The ones that are not visual piebalds will end up being het for piebald, meaning they'll carry the piebald gene, but you won't see it. So what my objective was I wanted Orange Dream Pastel Piebald. So I took an Orange Dream Pastel het for piebald and I bred it to a visual piebald. Mathematically speaking, if I were to have 6 eggs, 50% should be visual piebalds, and hopefully they would carry the combination of Orange Dream and Pastel in them. Some could be normal piebalds, like the mother, some could be Pastel piebalds, some could be Orange Dream piebalds, and some could be Orange Dream Pastel piebalds. So, I'll show you what we have here. And this is from the first clutch. Now this here is a male, and he is actually an Orange Dream Pastel visual piebald. And so the pastel really brings out that strong black and the digital coloring, and as you can imagine with a name like Orange Dream, you're going to see the bright oranges. And if you'll look at how healthy he is a healthy boy. I mean, you can't really get much healthier than that, you know. He's healthy, you know. So and he's also available. So here we go. He has a little paradoxing. Talked to Oz about him, and Oz actually pointed it out to me. And yeah, he's got a little bit of some paradoxing in there. So again, he's available. The other snake who's in shed here is the female. She is also the same genetics as he is. She is, I'll separate her. I don't want to separate them and be too rough and super gentle with my babies here. But here we go. And she's in the blue, meaning she's in shed, so you have to bear with me. But here is an Orange Dream Pastel. And the pastel gives it that more soft, subtle orange, more of a washed out orange. So there's an Orange Dream Pastel piebald, visual piebald. Now I'm going to show you a good Orange Dream piebald without the pastel in it. So as you'll notice, let me get this in the camera, you have richer, brighter oranges, and here it's more of a watered down, kind of a pastel-y, as it sounds, you know, but there's subtle differences that you can tell, especially if you're off the camera. So here's a female. She is an Orange Dream Pastel piebald. Here is a male Orange Dream piebald. He is also available. So we have these two right here. Now we throw in another male, just Orange Dream and piebald. So I mean, these are really, really great odds. I mean, this is basically the jackpot. Anything that's pastel, Orange Dream piebald, that's everything I wanted. So I have one Orange Dream Pastel piebald there, a very fat and full pastel Orange Dream piebald here. So statistically, I basically kick butt with these odds. So here we go. We have 4 visual Orange Dream piebalds, 2 of which are pastel Orange Dream piebalds. Now here's the het piebald. Okay, this one we did not get the visual piebald to stick, and it's only Orange Dream. So here we have a male Orange Dream 100% het for piebald. So if we put him to a visual piebald, statistically and mathematically speaking, 50% of the babies would come out piebald. A total of 25% would come out Orange Dream piebald. And so on and so forth. So that's kind of the mathematics when dealing with recessive genetics. And so that's kind of what it is that we do, and that's my second clutch ever. Pretty good clutch. Again, 2 of those males are available. They're eating rat hoppers at this point. They're eating pretty nice sized rats, so they're all at least 7-8 meals in. They're pretty good healthy snakes. So anyway, that's basic recessive gene mathematics, I guess you could say, in layman's terms. Real simple and real easy to kind of understand, hopefully. So there's that, you guys. That's my second breeding, and I really appreciate everybody who's checked into my to my channel so far, man. It's kind of a big deal. I got some more stuff to show, and as I've said, I got to work on my editing. I got to get an intro. I got to get music and all that type of stuff. It's definitely a work in progress. But the cool thing about this is that a lot of people, hopefully this goes good and I get viewers and people are able to tune in and look at some of my past videos and so on and so forth, and kind of see the growth and the development in my work and what it is that I've done, and they get to see the progress and kind of evolve with me. You know, hopefully I can, and my objectives are really to educate people on snakes and ball pythons and genetics, just because I have such a love in it that I want other people to get it too. And a lot of the fear comes from ignorance, I think, when it comes to animals. You know, are they slimy? Are they vicious? You know, what motivates them? Are they going to get out of the house or get out of their enclosure and kill my child? You know, I mean, I hear so many of these different, you know, fears. I've heard the story so many times about how a snake will lay next to the lady, and the lady goes to the vet, and come to find out the snake is really sizing her up to eat her. You know, snakes aren't cognitive like that. Their brains don't work like that. But I mean, my objective is really to just kind of document my growth, really for personal reasons, to be honest with you. It's I want to be able to document this and look back and just, see what I've learned, and also, like I say, educate people. When I first got into snake breeding, I didn't realize how much knowledge and stuff was handed down to us by other people who really got out there and did this stuff. Even just, bringing us back different morphs from Africa and learning how to prove them out and all the work they put in so we could have so many colors on this palette. So anyway, you guys, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in to Kush Constrictors. If you like the video, please subscribe, hit like, hit the notification bell. So whenever I drop a new video, you'll get a little notification telling you, hey, check out JR over at Kush Constrictors. Like I say, I realize that I'm on as entry level as you can get. I'm nothing real fancy. I'm just doing it for the love right now, and I will continue to do it for the love. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. Please subscribe, hit the like button. If you like what you see, leave a comment and grow with me. I appreciate everybody, and have a good night. Thank you.